Yeah. So I did my schooling in Nirmala, then for GRG and for Chandra, and then I did my full-time PhD in management with all positive psychology was that my core area of research. And hope all of you must be knowing hip hop Tamila Adi. So I was another blessed child to get Dr. Venkatapathi, which is Hip Hop Tamila's father, to be my research supervisor. And it was always living in lion's den. It was Professor Bala, it was another lion, and after that Mrs. Nandini was another, it was Lady Lion, and then again into Dr. Venkatapathi is another, it is double square lion, and then I finally landed up with my company. It is Protons Academy. It is almost by this December, it will be 3 years completed. I got married and I was in Chennai for some time, and then I got shifted to Varanasi. I'm in Uttar Pradesh now, successfully running this academy through online mode. Now I'm a health coach. Also an education coach. I conduct on all areas of positivity, mind manifestation, affirmations, getting out of irregular periods, PCOD problems, all health issues in a more scientific way, where we don't use any tablets, no tablets, no fat supplements, no protein powders, completely pure traditional way and a more scientific way, where I link my management and my research work and all that. Okay, so this is what I am doing as of now. Now I'll start off that personal branding. Like all of you now, as you are in your college days, all of you will be undecided about your career. Like that is the first thing which I understand, because when I was in MBA, we normally tell that I wanted to become an entrepreneur, I wanted to become a teacher, I'm going to write my net exam, I'm going to, there will be too many confusions. So for anything and everything, whatever it may be, personal branding is very, very important. Personal branding is like it is the backbone. You may become a doctor, engineer, whatever it may be, in whichever field you are, that branding is what is going to differentiate you from all the other people, because there is millions of MBAs passing out, there is recession coming in, there is automobile industry getting declined, there is too many things happening in the world, but still our life has to run, in which only unless and otherwise you don't create a personal brand for your own self, you will not be able to stand competent in the market, whichever market you are. Okay, so that is about this personal branding. So I don't know how far all of you will have an understanding about your about the career that you're going to choose, or whatever it may be. It is all a vague idea. Maybe in 2-3 years only you will land up in that. So before you land up in all that, my presentation today will give you a broad idea, and at least it will give you an overall view of choosing your niche market, because that is where I really suffered for a very long time. I can speak on diabetes, I can speak on management, I can speak on research methodology. It was all too confusing, and now to identify that core area, niche area was a very big thing. And then if you start your personal branding, that is where all of you are going to be really, really successful. Okay, so this I'll give you some very short tips which you can implement on it, and then you want to ask me anything, we will go ahead with the questions. Okay, so personal branding, when I tell, it is about a practice of people marketing. Okay, it doesn't even matter whether you sell a water bottle, you be an MBA. I come a very affluent family, but then I have to sell. The wife of Chetan Bhagat and Chetan Bhagat, when they completed their MBA from IIMs and all that, the first assignment they were given was to sell. They joined the tomato ketchup company, and they have to sell this 1 rupee sachet, tomato sachet packets. Every week they will have a target of 2000 packets, 3000 packets and all that. So whatever it may be, and even if you go and join an ITC, tobacco company, you have to sell cigarettes for the first 6 months. You join as a general manager, no problem, but the first assignment that any company gives you is to go directly to the field, go into the market and start selling cigarettes, start selling toys. That is because to reach out to people and to sell something. So to sell something, it is really, really hard. Even if it may be a slipper, a sari, or you run a boutique, you run a baking industry, whatever it is, to sell something, to convince people and to make a sale is really a very big art. So personal branding is all about people marketing. And more importantly, now the point I wanting you to tell is, it is immaterial of what industry or what niche that you're going to choose, because your personal branding all depends upon the person as your own self, because people don't buy products, people buy the products for the people. Okay, so we buy Apple because of Apple, Steve Jobs. We buy we still, whenever we talk about Steve Jobs, because think different, connecting dots, 4,000 songs in one single pocket, iPod, all this is because of the think different that is standing for that man called as Steve Jobs. And whenever you use an Apple, you tend to project your personality as a person who thinks different. So we buy a product because of the person. So how you are going to groom your personality in whatever area you are? You can become a beautician tomorrow. You can start running a boutique tomorrow. You can be taking care of your father's business. So irrespective of whatever you're going to do, it is practice of people marketing. Okay, so now this year, maybe you're in the final year of MBA. All what you're going to do is you're going to groom your personality as a whole. To create yourself as a much value-oriented person. All your standards, ethics, belief systems, your complete attitude, your complete your behavior, everything you're going to mold yourself with respect to the niche that you're going to take. And with that as a tool, if you're going to start branding yourself, you will be extremely successful. So this is about selling yourself. It is immaterial. See, it is the most important quality, either as an entrepreneur or a bride or a bridegroom or a student or an employee, whatever it may be. It is about projecting our personality. It is about creating a personal brand for our own self. All of you girls, probably you will be getting married immediately right after your MBA, or within the maximum of 5 to 6 years right from now. So it is about projecting, creating a big brand for you, so that you fetch the right person for your own self. Okay, because you're going to travel with the same person for the next 30 to 40 years. So it is about the brand that you're going to take yourself. It is not about you. If so, what you may ask you a question like, what if I don't create a brand? What if I'm a normal person? Then you must be able to, or you must be ready to accept that all nonsense that is coming to you. And if you want to really get the best of best in everything in life, you have to be a flower basket. Okay, you have to be ready to accept only the best. You don't ready to deserve anything that is of second choice in your life. you know Only then you will be able to, so which means you must be that first choice. Only then you will be able to attract that first best choice in life. Otherwise you have to accept everything that comes to your life, and that cannot happen. Okay, so this is about personal branding. So why do we really want this personal branding? I'll just post this question in chat box. Just type in the chat box, all of you. Why do you really require personal branding? Why should we brand ourselves? Is it really necessary? Especially for when students in the second year. Why do you? Yes, two participants has raised hand. Who is that? Redmi and OnePlus. So Redmi, I'm going to unmute yourself. Yes, you can just speak off now. Who is this Redmi? Two participants has raised their hands. And also this OnePlus 6T. What is this? Yes. Why do you really need personal branding in today's scenario? Why should we brand ourselves? You can use the chat box to stand ahead in crowd. Beautiful, Rajeshwari. Beautiful answer. To stand ahead in crowd, because there is too much of crowd in the marketplace right now. Yes, it was not as what it was some 30-40 years back, because without a proper beautiful answer, just type to showcase our talents. Vinita, yes, beautiful. Just type clap in the chat box. I can give a virtual clap to all of you. Just type clap in the chat box to Rajeshwari and to Vinita to showcase our talents. Yes. Just type clap in the chat box, all of you, so that we will, for the benefit of person's life and career. Yes. Yes, beautiful. Who is that giving answer? Yes, Manisha. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Good. Rajeshwari's answer was the perfect, because that was the real word that I was actually wanting for. Because see, otherwise you will be one among the crowd. You will be standing one among the crowd with everyone. And if you want to really be competent enough and to project yourself the best, you have to brand yourself in the most right way. And now with the influence of social media, too much of social media, the next 5 to 10 years, you can use this industry to the maximum. You can use it either positively or negatively. The more and more positive you use, this industry will make you grow. Okay. So otherwise you will be one among the crowd. To make relevant impression for the employees when you are actually running an industry and all that, or in your case, to make relevant impression for the employer. So before even a person recruits you, with your Facebook profile or with your LinkedIn profile, you can create a beautiful reviews and recommendation for your own self. Okay, to brand yourself in such a manner so that the company comes and picks you like that, and you land up easily, making some 3 to 4 lakhs every month. Okay. And then to compensate for your lack of experience in work. Yes, this is one important point that I wanted to tell you. See, whenever you go now, if you step out of your college and then you are actually asking for a job anywhere, everybody will give you one answer, that you are just a fresher, we can't pay you so much, and you lack a lot of experience. You don't you don't actually you are not an you are not an accumulation of experience what the other people are sitting in my office. So this is one, except for your energy, except for your passion, except for your youthfulness, you actually don't have anything as of now right in your hand to sell yourself. So with this, within this 1 year, if you are able to create a big personal brand for yourself in whatever niche area you are in, whatever job that you're going to land up, or whatever business that you're going to take up, if you're able to do that, you can compensate for the lack of experience in your work, and then you will still be able to pay, get that salary on that package. Okay. Yes, and then to keep your social media profile very, very friendly. So for all this, you will require a personal branding, because nowadays companies look for references to your social media profile to, to understand what sort of likes and dislikes you have, to understand your mentality, and then project to then to take up you for job. So this is the reason you require personal branding. Now, let me tell you, how do you do personal branding? Remember what you should stand for. Yes, this is very, very important. Like, you have to understand very well, like what you should actually stand for in life. Because without knowing this, if you are rolling around, you will be rolling around for years together, but then you will not be able to land up in one particular area. Even if you roll for the same, it goes on for 10 years, 15 years. If you are not clear about what you're actually wanting for, then it is very difficult. It may be health, it may be fitness, it may be beauty, it may be HR. You can become a public speaker, you can become a homemaker, you can start taking parenting sessions, whatever it may be. Okay, you should remember what you should stand for. This is the first thing. Otherwise it will be like daily posting up something in Facebook that will not have any connectivity with your overall goal. So like every 40,000 photos or 50,000 photos that is getting uploaded in Google every day, your picture also will be rolling around all over the world. Whereas if you have a real target audience, okay, real aim that you're actually wanting to achieve in life, and then you do this process, then it will be perfect for you. Okay. So first thing is, remember what you should stand for, reveal your intention genuinely. Okay. And then with respect to your intention, you have to you have to reveal all your post, all your content. You have to add a lot of value with respect to that. Okay. So this is what this is. If this is your brand, you have to know who is your target audience and then who is your competitors. If you know both this, then you will be able to easily brand yourself in your niche area, whatever it may be. It can be very easily, right from starting a pani puri stall to land up in a 100 crore company. The formula is the same. You should remember what you should stand for. So this is how you do a professional branding. And now this is also now with the, now some 30 years back, 40 years back, if you are wanting to become a public speaker, or if you're wanting to, start your own boutique business or your own baking industry, the amount of support that we get from the society is very, very different. There was a lot of communal clashes. They ask you, do you belong to this caste? Now we give opportunities to this caste of people, we give opportunities to this community of people. We respect men more, we respect women more. So yeah, so much of disturbances were there, so much of communal influences were there which could stop all your progress. But now this digital age, for the next 10 to 15 years, it is all going to be beautiful information era. And with this, you can make your online presence with so much of medias that is possible. LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Telegram, so much of there where you can project your personality. You can grow your own self, and nobody can stop your growth except by passing some stupid comments on continuously posting some negative comments, continuously throwing some negative feedback. Except with all that, nobody can stop you from anything. Okay. So that also you can stop by creating a lot of value. So this is about building professional online presentation with a personal touch. But all this you will be able to do only if you know what you're actually wanting to do. Remember what you should stand for. If only when you're clear with that one line, there you will be able to do all this. Otherwise this all goes waste. Okay. And then create lot of value for your own field, whatever brand you are. Okay. Whatever brand that you're going to do, you have to create a lot of value, because it is not easy to make money in this world. But if you know the science behind it, it is, you will be able to do a lot more in your field. And then most importantly, networking is very, very important. Like especially for people sitting in your class. Like I would tell you, like I was able to build a lot of networks, a lot of contacts with a lot of people who are, who are coming as judges, as for Urjit, for all that Feb Fiesta, for all that when we were doing and all that. I was actually a quizzer. So whichever college I go, I was still able to be in contact with the quiz master. I carry that network and I carry that friendship till now. Even for my marriage, after some 8 years and 9 years, I'm still, I'm able to receive all those people after so many years in my life. So that is because of the networking that I was able to do right from that age of 2008-10 period. I created a lot of friends, not only with our own alumni and our own class friends. I'm speaking about the external industry experts and all that. External industry experts who come for guest lectures, who takes other classes in life and all that. Okay. So keep charging yourself with informational interviews. Like I keep watching. Yes, when I was in MBA, my whole desktop will be full of personalities, right from Bill Gates, Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani, with all that, Suhas Gopinath, every other personality. That is how I was charging myself, to take someone as my role model and then to take up something in life for me. So keep charging yourself with informational interviews. A strong brand only can stand in crowd, because now there is too many startups. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is becoming an entrepreneur. There doesn't need to be an entrepreneurial family background and all that. So if you want to gain more sales, if you want to become a top personality, if you want to increase your awareness, if you want to have better customer experiences in future, all that you want to do is you have to create network in your field, and you have to create lot more valuable friends. Okay, so if I'm overboring you with all this, you can ask these questions to all of you to understand what is this she's telling about networking. I don't even know in which area should I really concentrate on. So in this case, what should I really do? You have to understand and make a self analysis and really understand in what area do I excel. Okay, in what area really do I excel? See, they are teaching me quantitative aptitude, which I'm really not interested. They are teaching me brand management, which is nowhere related to me. They are teaching me research methodology, which I'm still not understanding what is a hypothesis means. So when you're over confused with all this, you have to sit in some place, take some 30 minutes, 40 minutes for you, or every week take some time, because I know this age of 21, 22, you will be the confused person in the world, because everybody will be there to confuse you. Your parents will be too worried about getting you married, as if that is the only biggest responsibility in the entire world, and as if they are going to get married you for the next Mukesh Ambani or this Mukesh Ambani's son, and there is no financial responsibilities for you. They will go and they will try to put you in that, and your college and your faculties will be motivating you to get into proper placements. You will not be, by the time you will lose your health in the next 2 3 years, 2 3 years. So all this will happen in your life. So now every week, till the time this second year gets over, or at least till the last semester, you can take some 1 hour for every week and then go sit in one corner of the place and really understand. Take a beautiful notebook, take a beautiful pen, and sit in corner of the place. Switch off all your smartphones and laptops. Go to non-Wi-Fi area, and then sit silently and think, in what area do I really excel? What is actually motivating me? What characteristics have others complimented me? When what I'm telling is, when people say that, see, Priya, when you're here, Varshini, when you're here, Deepika, when you're here, when your presence is really making a lot of happiness inside this room. You can seriously become a happiness coach. Okay, you can decide your career on that. That is as simple as that. But then people will be still telling you that you should land up in an ICICI bank and get some 25,000 as your starting pay, and only then your career will grow. So by the time you decide all this, you will become 30 and 35. Okay, so you have to, right now you have to decide on what actually motivates me. What characteristics have others complimented me? Which projects have helped me, had to help me people repeatedly? Like, whenever someone gives you a job, they feel that if I give this girl this job, she will be completing it in few minutes, and then this girl will also be happy doing it, and you will also be feeling very, very motivated, whatever it may be. It can be as simple as, ordering, making, or getting things ready for Urjit, or getting things ready for Feb Fiesta. It can be, so which means you can land up as an event manager. Okay, so that is how you decide your career. Which role seems to drain energy? Yes, sometimes when you sit in a max class, when you sit in a aptitude class, when you really drain your energy, that is the area you should not really focus on. You can seriously outsource it to someone when when your business is growing. So your role seems, which role is actually draining my energy? Which projects can spend hours on without feeling overwhelmed or tired? Like when I was in college, especially when this 2009 and all that, I don't sleep for 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and then I go to bed only by 2 o'clock. But then I'll get up by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I'll be working all around the night for a movie that has to get ready for Urjit, that has to get ready for Shreya's valediction, inauguration, and all that. I don't know where in the world I got that energy. I believe it is only because that I was that I was having such a director at that time. I was, to get a good morning reply back from him, I could do anything in this world. It is such an energy that I was carrying on that day. So, which projects can spend hours on without feeling overwhelmed or tired? So, anything that is going to drain your energy, I think you have to decide on and throw it off. Okay. So, whichever is going to make you happy, whichever is motivating you for a long time, you have to take up all that in your life. Okay. So this is how you will identify your which is your personal brand. And once when you answer all this question, you can beautifully brand yourself with all the medias that is possible. Okay. And also when you grow up, now your important thing is you have to ask for recommendations. You have to create a brand inside the college first. You have to get good remarks, recommendations, reviews from your faculties, your guest lectures, the industry experts that is coming to you. With all this, you have to build up your brand. Because see, many people will tell you, no, this girl is a good, Anamika is a very good girl, Christina is a very good girl, Vinita is really proud of doing a, all this is fine. Where is it in paper? Where is it in black and white? Do they have recorded in your LinkedIn profile? Have they posted anything on your Facebook telling it is good? Who will know after 5 years? Okay, so don't do all this oral communication. Good, so far your first year is concerned, but when you are in second year, when you're growing yourself, make everything in black and white, put everything in paper, make it in writing. Because once when you get out of MBA, that one degree paper, they'll give you some 500 rupees costs only, is going to remind you. Okay, that is all, that will only remind with you. But what is, as a personality, what you're going to carry yourself from right away from this college is what is going to matter. Okay, so ask for recommendation. And then about personal branding. Personal branding, when I tell, it is not about your online presence alone. It is not about having your Facebook profile alone. It is, your brand is more than just an online persona. That is, which means, I mean to tell that how you carry yourself at your home, how you carry yourself with your friends, the what language that you're going to speak on. What language, when I mean, it is not about Hindi or Tamil or Marathi. It is about the language of kindness, language of compassion, language of positivity. I decide on today that you will never ever utter a single negative word from your mouth. I speak only positivity. Okay, so decide on something like that. So then you create a personal brand for yourself. So this is how you carry yourself at home, your friends, and for your outside events and all that. So this is about this personal branding. So what you should do, you should concentrate more on first now understanding which is your area that you are actually wanting to do. Okay, which is your niche market. In what area are you going to do? So this second year will be full of electives and all that. Develop your core responsibilities, core competencies in every subject that you're going to do. Understand which subject is going to interest you a lot, and then decide on your niche area, and then start branding your own self. So my message for today is, do not waste time living on someone else's life. Your parents will giving you too many agendas for the next 2-3 years. Your college will do, your friends will do. So do not waste living your life on someone else's life. Take a purpose in life. Spend all your time for worthy purpose. Drink a lot of water. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Stop being a prisoner of the past. Become an architect of future. Life is a co-creative process. So do your best, walk with courage, live with loyalty, stand with honor, take a lot of action. Get up early in the morning, be disciplined, perform your best, and accept what comes, knowing that this is what is best for us. Okay, if you are able to be happy with this message, I think this is what is the best I could give you. Okay, so before I go on with anything else, this is what I was trying to deliver it to you. Now you can use this chat box, and then you can also unmute yourself. Yes, I have given access for all of you to unmute yourself and ask questions. Okay, so whoever wants to ask whatever questions, whatever feedback that you're wanting to give me, you can just use this chat box, or you can unmute yourself and talk. Yes, you can unmute yourself and talk. Yes, Varshini, so you opened up. I could see you. Yeah, tell me. You can just talk. You can just talk. The biggest benefit of this online webinar is, though we stand in a class, you could not see all the 60 very close, all the 75 very close, but now I could see very clearly right in front of the camera, so I could see everything. Did you face any challenges in life? Of course, yes. No, I'm not able to get you in particular, Kristen. Like, what challenges are you asking for? Challenges specific to what? Of course, I have faced a lot of challenges. Yes, Kristen, what is that challenge? What can you be more specific? Am I audible? Yes, in my career aspect, yes, I have faced hell a lot of challenges in my career. So that is the reason I'm telling you that you have to find out your specific area. That is how. That is. Oh, I'm not audible. Let me just read out, let me just finish off Kristen's question first. I faced a lot of challenges right from this time that I started my career, because my first salary, if no one of you could imagine, it was very poor. So that gave me a lot of emotional effect and all that. I suffered a lot emotionally, and then to get back from that, it took really a lot of time for me. And then to grow myself, of course, it drained my energy like anything. And then to come back, then that's when I understood, oh, I was energetic inside college when I was paying fees and all that, but when I have to get back something from the society is not going to treat me in that way. I was a pet child for the director, I was a pet child for my dad. So the most biggest men that I have seen in this world is my father and my director. So when all this is very positive, I expected the world will also treat me in the same way, but it is definitely not. So that actually completely changed my personality type. Complete, I have to. That demanded lot of personality change, lot of professional change, lot of competencies which I have to develop. And the current scenario which I'm facing now in Protons is the biggest challenge, where I'm learning and growing skill by skill every day to sustain ourselves, and to take up this growth in the market whichever I am in now. So yes, there is a lot of challenges, uh, but I'm happily doing it. Harini is asking me, ma'am, it was a useful session for us, and just I have a question, like, how can we create a brand to ourselves in the society, and what are all the possibilities? That is the reason I'm Harini, I'm telling you the society is very big. And when you now you have to be clear, understanding first one thing, what is that personality that you are trying to create? You just answer those questions in the slide. I'll be sending you the slides, I'll be giving you the recordings in the YouTube also. So just go sit in a place and just understand what brand are you trying to create for yourself. Are you trying to be like Mahatma Gandhi and be developing yourself as a political person? Don't wait for your 40s and 50s is what I'm telling. Or are you trying to do something like Rangaraj Pandey? You wanted to become a journalist, or you want where you will question and question and question. Just choose that area and start growing now. Are you trying to becoming a quiz master? Are you trying to become a happiness coach, parenting coach? Are you trying to develop yourself, go settle in a manufacturing industry? Or are you planning to start up a retail outlet, a departmental store, a boutique, or a boutique which could sell? See, I'm in Banaras now. So, which could sell only Banaras saris, only, Gotapatti dupattas. What is the niche area? Identify that first, and there are a lot of possibilities to develop your brand. Yes, now the society, see, right now the industry which I am in, I'm seeing a lot of possibilities which I didn't see before 3 years back. When I sit in a comfortable place like Coimbatore, and when there is when there was seemingly all support around me, like parents, society, faculties, colleges around me, where people are knowing me, that was, we still have a Facebook friend of 2,500 people, but what is actually converting into business? Zero. So it is not about the number of people, with again and again known people. There is a lot more opportunities. But then I landed up with one particular niche market, and that is when I was able to scale up everything. So likewise, Harini, there is a lot of possibilities around you. The only possibility which I can openly show you is the webinar that I'm sitting and doing it right now. That is the biggest possibility which I could tangibly show you, because see, we are 3,468 kilometers away now. But then I'm able to, in touch with all my juniors. I'm still able to do this guest lecture for you. That is because of the possibility that has happened because of this digital media now. So that is the possibility that I see. But how can we create a brand to ourselves in the society? Yes, it is possible. But before that, you have to choose what brand you are trying to develop. Are you wanting to go to Big Boss and project your personality? Or are you, going to get into cinema industry? Or you wanting to become a singer? Choose that area first, and then you decide on. There are possibilities. Yes. What is the next question? You can just be posting your questions, so I'll be answering you. It is going to be to 12:20. Do you have any more questions? If you have any more questions, you can unmute and talk, or you can use this chat box. Harini, is it okay now? Have I answered your question? Kristen, is it okay? Have I answered your question? Yes, thank you, Archana. Do you have any more questions? Yes. Manisha, thank you, ma'am. It was very informative and interesting. Yes, thank you, Manisha. How to set brand images for ourselves? How to set brand? What is that brand that you're going to develop? What brand? See, if you don't answer that first question, it'll be like every day you take up a photo and then post it in Facebook, and then some thousand people will be commenting on your photo. Some 1,500 people will be giving like to your photos. Only that will happen if you don't know what brand that you're going to develop. So before you tell what brand it is, identify your niche market. Identify in what area are you trying to develop yourself, and then be very cautious on what you're posting in Facebook and posting in social media. Okay. Thank you, Kirtana. It was very informative and useful session. Galaxy J6. Thank you, ma'am. It was very useful. No, Kirujana. Thank you, ma'am. It was very useful. Keep inspiring. Yes, thank you, Maithili. Thank you, ma'am, for giving insights on how to carry ourselves. Yes, thank you. Do you have any questions? Or can we go ahead? Yes. 1 plus 60. Thank you, ma'am. It was really useful session. Yes. Okay. So if you have any final questions, we can take up some one or two questions, or we will go on to the next thing. Yes. So what I want you to do now is I'll give you this, I want you to go and, here is the further access for this. Like you can go to this Facebook page. Wait a minute. So thank you, all of you. Yes, thank you, ma'am. It was an interesting session to know about personal branding. Vinita, yes. Thank you, Vinita. So